What's going on, guys? Welcome in to Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. Before we officially get into the video, I want to give a big shout out to Joshua Craig, Buzzer Beater, and Knicks Central for being great members of the channel, or just being members in general. I really appreciate the big amount of love and support. If it's from you guys or just everyone that supports this channel, I really greatly appreciate it. And no further ado, let's get right to the video, y'all.
Down to 7. Good outside the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
As today, I'm going to be talking about Norman Powell, and the Raptors have really just opened everything up. It looks like they're just going to rebuild, blow everything up. There's some rumors that they're going to move on from Kyle Lowry, but then some rumors are like floating around that they're not looking to trade Kyle Lowry. It's really interesting what's going on over there because the Raptors have not really been great this year, as they're currently right now not in the playoffs, and they've been contending, but they haven't been able to close out games. Of course, they have Chris Boucher, they have OG Anunoby, they have a Pascal Siakam. They have some solid young core pieces over there that they can develop, and those players can continue to get better. As OG Anunoby, in my opinion, is a most improved player candidate, they're just not winning games over there. And these young guys are eventually going to learn how to win games. You already have a guy of Pascal Siakam that is experienced to win an NBA championship, and as well a guy of Norman Powell. As next year, he's going to be making, or he's as of right now making $10 million. And then the following season, he's going to be making $11 million. And I think this is someone the Knicks should definitely go after, as the Raptors are open when it comes to trading Norman Powell. He's nearly 30 years old, but take a look at Reggie Bullock. Could you count on him every single night to be on? He's a very streaky basketball player. I think Alec Burks is better off the bench, in my opinion. Well, they're both kind of like bench pieces. Like Reggie Bullock's kind of been off the bench like most of the time in his NBA career. Even if it came to the Lakers days, I think they're both capable of coming off the bench. But like the productivity of the starting lineup offensively is definitely not that great on a consistent basis. That we're definitely going to have to, the bench depth isn't the greatest. So we need a guy of Alec Burks that could produce off the night, produce off the bench. And you can count on an Alec Burks every single night. So if Reggie Bullock is off in the starting lineup, you can insert in an Alec Burks. But anyway, we can get the offense flowing like really nicely early if we go out there and get a Norman Powell, who's averaging nearly 20 points per game, and he's shooting 44% from three. Just an amazing efficient number, shooting 6 threes per game. Someone that has experienced a winning culture of Nick Nurse, who holds guys very accountable, and I think it would be no problem whatsoever adjusting over to a Tom Thibodeau type of system, and just his attitude and just what he expects from a guy of Norman Powell. He's also athletic. He can get to the cup. He's a pure scorer of the basketball, and he does it on a consistent basis, and he's also efficient, and he's going to play his heart out. Again, we can't rely on a Reggie Bullock every single night, and I actually think this would be the right move to go out there, get a Norman Powell, and it may not be on a huge price because they are looking to trade him at the end of the day, but the Raptors are a well-run organization, so they're going to try to get something for their future that they can develop. Maybe they want to take on Knox and develop Knox. Maybe they want a draft pick as well. We'll see what goes on to happen with that. We know Knox has a slow motor, but he's a lot of potential with his physical profile and his skill set. There's a lot he has to work on. He still remains to be a very raw player, but you know what you're getting of a Norman Powell. He could be a consistent starter for the New York Knicks. He could space the floor. He's athletic. His ability to get to the cup, I would actually love a Norman Powell. He's proven to hit some big shots down the stretch of games, as Reggie Bullock did prove that last night, even though we fell short to the Sixers. But Reggie Bullock is just way too inconsistent. And the way this team is set up right now, it's better for Burks to come off the bench with an Emmanuel quickly, because they really bring that spark, because your starting lineup's not going to be on specifically Reggie Bullock. And if Elfrid Payton comes back, they're not always going to be on offensively, but most likely Derrick Rose will be that starter coming back, hopefully, in a couple days, because he has to get back to the conditioning. But I'm honestly a big fan of Norman Powell, and we have enough cap space, or we're set up in a good position to take on the next like $20 million of his following years of his contract. So I wouldn't be mad at this whatsoever. Just to talk about an experienced guy that's experienced winning an NBA championship. Reggie Bullock has never gone to the playoffs, I believe, in his career. I know Burks has with the Utah Jazz. Of course, Johnny Bryant, who's currently a coach of the Utah Jazz, of course, coached under Quinn Snyder, who's currently the coach. Alec Burks has had some experience under him, and he knows how he rolls for sure. But I do like when Alec Burks comes off the bench, because our offense isn't always going to start strong, and it's always great to have that spark of an Emmanuel quickly, have that spark of an Alec Burks as well. But I really do like Norman Powell, and I think it would be the smart move for the New York Knicks to bring in my opinion, in a trade. Let me know down below your thoughts and analysis, and peace out, y'all.